He currently works as a project manager at an aerospace firm where he directs a team of engineers who's currently working on software and electronic products for the U.S. Navy F-18 Super Hornet aircraft. He and his wife Andrea live in Somas, California, where they raise miniature schnauzers and live the good life. With his speech titled, 1,000 Nicks, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster, Wayne Sebera.
I'm tired of getting this every day. Every day, it's nick, 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 nick. Are you tired of getting nicked? What I'm talking about happens every day, frequently. In fact, just in recent Toastmaster speeches. It happens big time April 15th. You know what I'm talking about? It's taxes. Taxes, tax that. In fact, there's a poem that was written years ago, applies today. Taxes land, taxes wage, taxes bed in which he lays. Taxes tractor, taxes mule. Teaching that taxes is the rule. Taxes cow, taxes goat, taxes pants, taxes coat. So I don't have a coat. Taxes ties, taxes shirt, taxes work, taxes dirt. Taxes chew, taxes smoke. Teach him taxes are no joke. Taxes car, taxes grass. Tax the roads that he must pass. Taxes food, taxes drink. Tax him if he tries to think. Taxes sodas, taxes beers, and if he cries, taxes tears. Taxes bills, taxes gas, taxes notes, taxes cash. Tax him good and let him know that after taxes, he has no dough. If he hollers, tax him more. Tax him till he's good and sore. Tax his coffin, tax his grave, tax the sod in which he lays. Put these words upon his tomb. Taxes drove me to my doom. And when he's gone, we won't relax. We'll still be after the inheritance tax. It's true that there are little taxes everywhere we go. You go to the store, you're paying sales tax. You buy a home or you have a rental property, there's property tax to be paid. And of course there's that famous income tax. And the top 1%, well, they make about 43% of the income, and they pay well over that in the percentage of tax. Top 20% of the wage owners make about 50% of the total wages, and they pay 70% of the taxes. The bottom 49.5% of the income earners pay no tax, none at all. Well, I'm tired of getting nicked for taxes. You see, the taxes keep going up, and yet, fellow Toastmasters, Madam Toastmaster, and others, we must realize that we are starving some very important functions, like perhaps needy Social Security people, like perhaps our educational system. In 2000, California was ranked number 4 in the nation educationally. You know what it is now? 46 out of only 50. We spend about $8,700 per student. National average is around 10. The largest spending per states is up around 17 or 18,000. I am interested in seeing how the spending is being managed. That's what I'm angry about. We're not managing our money properly. The pension program is gone out of control. The public funds, public employees, the unions, they have this incestuous relationship with the elected officials. They get elected, they help each other out, scratch my back, scratch your back. Here it is. And who pays for it? The taxpayer. The prison system is our fastest growing cost increase right now. About 10 years ago, we had 80,000 prisoners in California. Today, it's almost double. It's 140,000. And the reason is traceable back to something the taxpayers voted on. Do you remember what it is? Three strikes. 3 strikes, even if that 3rd strike was a misdemeanor or something minor. We now have nonviolent crimes where we're paying room and board for 140,000 people in a very expensive way. So what I'm angry about is we're not managing our expenditures properly. The cash plan of taxes keeps going up. However, since the turn of the century, it's gone up 140%, but the spending's gone up 215%. It's a runaway, and it's only going to get worse. So what do? Well, you have to be specific. We're going to cut spending on what? Education, on prisons, on pensions, on retirement programs? Are we electing too many people? Are we asking the government to do too many things for us? What do you think? See, I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to think about where your tax dollars are going. First of all, where are they coming from? Here and there and everywhere. Second, how are they being distributed? You see, it's this clever group of people we've elected at state, federal, and local levels who creatively spend full time finding ways to tax us and to spend it. It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen, to take responsibility for this and to draw an end to this runaway train which we're experiencing at state, federal, and local areas. Madam Toastmaster, I'm ready for questions. If we should have questions. Yes, sir.
What would you suggest is the greatest need for change in our income tax system?
I think every individual should pay income tax. And the reason I say that is that 50% of the people that don't pay any income tax, what are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for increasing income tax. You see, it's always putting it in my pocket, not somebody else's pocket. So I think if we had 100% participation on tax, it would raise the consciousness of people being aware of what it costs to run the country, to run the state. Is that
Sure.
sufficient?
That's good.
Kevin?
What would be the first thing that you would cut in expenditures?
I would find an alternate solution to the prison problem. We have that huge cash flow. We have many, many people sitting in prison for nonviolent crimes that probably could be excused. We have probably people that are out of the country that should be deported. We have a number of things that are needing to be addressed. Are they being addressed? Well, I hear from the press they are from time to time, but it's not sufficient. Any other questions? Dan?
I've heard that one of the problems in this is that a number of years ago, 30 years ago, a government position was paid less than the private sector with more benefits. And today, a government position is now paid more than the private sector with more benefits.
Absolutely.
How
correct.
would you turn that around?
Absolutely correct. It only happened with the taxpayers' awareness. You see, the taxpayers aren't aware of it. It's the reason for the title of my speech is 1,000 nicks. Death from 1,000 cuts. Have you ever heard that old saying? That's what taxation is. It's a little nick here, a little nick there. Same thing has happened with the public employees. You're right. They've made a little less money before, but they took it out. They get extra vacation days, extra holidays, very handsome retirement programs. They saved all those benefits, but slowly raised their monthly and weekly wages to be competitive with industry, or even better. So now they're competitive or even better than industry. There was on the Ventura County webpage a list of all of the employees of Ventura County, just this county, who made six-figure incomes. This was a couple of years ago. I printed it out. It was a 5-page list of people, many of them making $300,000, all of them eligible to retire in a few years. I went there to the webpage to get an update on it. That's been removed. It's no longer public available. So one of the actions I would take is I would demand public information be made available to everyone on what we're paying our public employees. Just like the city of Bell. They were quite surprised they were paying their city manager $800,000. But how did he do it? A nick here, a nick there, a little bit here, a nick, nick, nick. And that's happening all over the country. There's been a number of communities within the state of California that have been in bankruptcy because of this sort of thing, and it's tending to bankruptcy across the whole state, perhaps the nation. Thank you for that question. I see that we're out of time for the Q&A. The television cameras go off in 5 seconds. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation. I hope that I was not too hostile for you.
Nice job.